Hey fellas, how you doing? It's Johnny Berba. It's time to answer some questions on the social circle. Right now as we speak, I'm getting a lot of questions, so I promised, sorry, I'm just readjust the camera. I promised I would start answering the questions. It's just I get such a high volume I get such a high volume of questions. I need to get a secretary, or I need a team of 10 administrators to answer the questions. But let's go through them now. Right? Okay. So this is from Redder Bay. How you doing, Redder? I succeed to approach and I have numbers, but 0 answers from these women. Flaking. Alright. Okay. Now, let me just get straight to the point. The reason you're getting flakes is it's always the same answer, but within that, it's because you're not fully being yourself. Now usually when I say this to guys, they get offended, they don't want to hear it. They start going into getting defensive and saying, but I did this and this and this. You're still not understanding. You're not being yourself, you're using pickup tricks, you're not fully being congruent. Now, I know it isn't easy to be yourself and congruent when you're not fully confident, because that's the whole reason, obviously, to go out and practice speaking to women. What I would say was, I'm going to give you an exercise. Now this is going to actually result in you getting more numbers in the end. For a day, you go out and you don't get phone numbers. You make it a discipline. You don't accept numbers even if the girl says it. You work on building connections with women. Now I don't need to explain what a connection is. You feel it, you know it. You go out with no outcome and you'll enjoy it. That's all I want you to do. And then when you've done that, get back to me, I'll give you the next steps. When you do that, you realise why you got flakes. Because you can't be yourself and you're in this panic state, this pick-up mindset, that when you're speaking to her, is she going to give me a number? Will I get a number? Will she meet me? I've been there and I understand it. And I understand you want numbers because you want to meet her, but trust me, you go out, you don't get numbers, you work on the connection. How do you get a better connection? Well, that's for the members area, that's the deep stuff. Check out my monthly subscription on my members area and you'll see me explaining things in detail, but I think that's enough for you to handle now. So go out, purposely not to get numbers, but to build connections. It feels good, it's good for your self-esteem. It will equal to you getting more numbers later on. So that's what you've got to do. Okay, another gentleman, I hope I pronounced his name right, Liang Shai, or Shin Shai, Liang Shai. Hello mate, and I appreciate you've been on my group for a long time, you've been following my videos, and I appreciate all of you guys' support. So I know who you are, so when you're posting up, don't think, oh, I'm just another guy. Johnny doesn't really care about me, he doesn't notice me. I notice all the people, I've got good vision, good memory, and I see the regular people writing and supporting me. So you said, flaking, sexualizing physically, and verbally on dates. Okay, flaking, sexualizing, so there's a few things in one. Same answer again to flaking, I've already covered that. Sexualizing physically and verbally on dates. That's a good question, because you've kind of gave me the answer unconsciously within your problem. So on dates you're having trouble escalating or being sexual, being romantic and verbalizing it. You've got to do it in the opposite way. Now what I learned myself from going out and going on lots of dates when I was nervous, in more my beginning stage of learning this, was in order to get comfortable with the physical and the touch and escalation, you've got to get comfortable verbally. So if you're not comfortable saying to a girl, I think you're really attractive, or during a date teasing her, or just being honest and just saying I want to kiss you, it's going to feel strange when you touch her. So when you do it on your dates, I want you to practice enjoying being present with the girl and using your verbal to escalate. So escalating verbally. Lots of guys don't like my controversial line, but I know it works. I do it loads of times and it's a bit of a framework. You could say to a girl, I would like to kiss you, you're really lovely, or I like your eyes, I like your hair, and you get used to being honest and being complimentary to women. If you do it from a loving place, it's really powerful. It will then, what it does is it prepares you and it gives you the courage to make the next move, especially if the girl reacts well, she's comfortable, then you can go and reach out and go in for a hug and in for a kiss. So that's something I'm going to get you to practice. Very simple, very effective, very powerful. Done. Next question. Redder Bay's asked me another one. I won't ask because you've already asked me one. Go to someone else. Alright. My friend David. So David Bernatovich. I hope I pronounced your name right. I like what you just said as well. I have bad logistics, don't we all? That was a joke, kind of. So, bad logistics is because it's because you're afraid. It's because you should get your own place. You should do what I've done. I've got my own room. I move all the time. Sometimes I live with women, I move around. When I had bad logistics, it's because I was afraid, I was insecure. I didn't want to look at that, I was embarrassed about it, I didn't want to do the things I need to do. So bad logistics is down to you being afraid to move out. You might say to me, well, I can't afford to move out. Fear again. You can go and get a job. There's various ways to make money online. There's so many ways to skin a cat. So it always comes back to fear. Bad logistics, don't like the job you're doing, it's fear. You have to get in areas that are stopping you. It isn't easy, but it's very possible and doable, and it isn't that hard. You know, if you're going out meeting women, that's already hard enough. That's a fear that you're exercising already. Why not apply that into moving out and getting your own logistics? Another one is getting more comfortable at verbalising and being honest. If you've got bad logistics with a girl, just tell her. Just say at the moment it's not convenient to take you back. Any chance of going to your place? If she says we can't, let's hire a hotel. I've done all these things. Hotels, the girl's place, my friend's place, mine. There's always a solution. You know, where there's a will, there's a way. My good friend Andy McFadden. How you doing, Andy? We've been known you for a long time. You've worked with me before. We always speak. You're doing really well. So Andy said, motivation and momentum. Well, I got to be honest. Sometimes I struggle myself with motivation and momentum, but not for long periods. And I think that's what I wanted to share with you, because I know you're motivated. We've done the session in London together. You had a lot of natural ability. You was very motivated. It was one of those sessions where you probably didn't need the coaching as much as someone else, you just needed a push. So I was just a bit of a blue pill for you, but it got you to where it's got you now, and you're still journeying on the inside. You're doing different stuff now, which is exciting. So for you, Andy, motivation and momentum. Well, I think again, you've answered your own question. In order to get momentum, we need motivation. Because why are you going to want to go out and speak to women? Why are you going to want to do more internal work? Why are you going to do anything if you don't have the passion? So passion gives me motivation and momentum. These things are all equivalent, and we all get days where we just think, what's the fucking point, life is tough. But I've got ways of finding ways to motivate myself, and I don't want to sound contradictory or a bit like I'm showing off, but watching other people, it motivates me. So you probably get motivated, Andy, watching my video, because I'm just going to tell you what you already know, and just hearing it from another person can motivate you. Same as I'd get if I watch one of Jeff's videos, or if I watch Eckhart Tolle, if I watch Till Swan, if I sometimes watch my I watch my own videos. It motivates me. I can see myself in a different light, and I need to hear what I've got to hear. So whatever you've got to hear, hear it. Whatever you've got to do, do it. I'm stating the obvious. Passion. You know, I think you said to me before you wanted to go into being a full-time therapist. You want to counsel people because you've been through troubled times yourself, like me. So it takes one to know one. That should give you the drive and the motivation to get out of where you're at and to go further and explore more. So and also accepting that some days we need a rest. Part of being passionate and motivational and hitting goals is knowing when to have a break. So I find sometimes if I lost motivation and passion, it's because I'm tired, I need rest. Once I get the energy back, bang, the motivation is there. That's the best I can give you as right now. Right, we got I mean, I'm trying to get this. You guys have got some fucking tough surnames, man. It ain't easy. It's not like David Jones, or my surname's pretty long as well. So Amin Benachikoran, I'm sorry if I didn't get your name right, alright? You said no wingman and lack of confidence. It's amazing that you guys are, as you're asking me the question, you're giving me the answer. You said no wingman, no confidence. Let's switch it around. You need a confidence to get a wingman. That's the solution, I promise you. So you're saying no wingman, no confidence. Switch the words around. How do you get the courage to get a wingman? I've done a new video on fellowship, on how to build relationships with guys, not in a homo way, how to connect with men more, being more vulnerable, more open. You've got to take the first step. I know it's difficult, but we need to push ourselves in difficult, then you can have an easy one. So it's you have to take the first step. You've got the social circle, come on man, you've got over 500 members, don't bullshit me. I know you're nervous, you're allowed to be nervous. I was a socially anxious person, I was afraid of being intimate and meeting people. Courage, you need courage. Forget confidence for now. Courage and congruency will get you further than confidence. Confidence is a surface level of personal growth and meeting women. So just write a note up on that. You've already pretty much done it. Just say, hey guys, I want to improve my confidence, and I need a wingman who wants to come out of me and get this stuff handled. We can support each other. Job done, and someone will respond to you. Or otherwise, don't be a tight git. Take a boot camp with me, invest some money into changing your life, and come and get my support and work with 4 guys on a weekend, and I'll help you to change your life and get you started and give you support and show you what is possible with you out on the streets of talking to women. Alright? Another one is you've been following me for a long time as well, I appreciate it mate, is Nilesh Apais. Again, hard names to pronounce, sorry. An honest conversation with girls in a group. That's a good question, because sometimes, you know, sometimes it's hard for me to talk to big groups, because I I really do well in small groups. I prefer one-on-one. What I've learned, actually, I'm saying that, but I approached two girls today and I got a phone number and I did it. How did I do it? I didn't think about it too much. That's what's come to my mind, what you need. You're thinking about it too much. You're seeing the group, you're seeing them as a monster, as a big thing. See it as, change the psychology. See it as working from a place of love. These are nice people, these are women, they're going to be friendly. That will change the psychology. And don't think about it, just walk straight over. Use the trick of the mind. Don't think, oh, what am I going to say when I get there? Because you're fucked if you think like that. Just think, I'm going to go over there and trust myself and learn to make mistakes and enjoy it. Just get stuck in. You just go and do it and speak, be nice to everyone. Think of the group as one person. It's an extension. One person just added on a few more bodies. If you talk to everyone and get started, eventually the group will do the work. They'll dictate, they'll take their part, and you just forget, you get present. So it's about getting present and not thinking about it too much, all right? Frederick, Joe's, again, very difficult surnames to pronounce. I'm just going to say Frederick. My sticking point is, what do I talk about after I have approached, and how do I keep the conversation going, sexual and flirty? That's a good question. So what do I talk about after I approach? I would say cracking with something really honest that will shock the girl. So honest and raw and so open that it will just, she'll be, you know, really surprised and flattered by your honesty. So I can't give you a line because I don't teach blueprints and methods. I can give you the principle. Usually it's nice to go up to a girl, to compliment her, to explain to her what you liked about her and why you liked about her, and then just to ask her where she's from. That's quite a lot of information if you do it right. So for example, and remember, this is not a routine, it's not a blueprint, I'm just giving you a philosophy from a principle. I might say to a girl, I want to come over and say hello, don't worry, I'm not going to hurt you, I just think you're really attractive, you're my type, and I'm curious to get to know where you're from. That's right for me. And then when she says, oh, thank you, and I'm from here, what's it like in your country? So we need raw honesty at the start, compliment the girl, explain what you liked about her, and ask a few questions that are relevant and important. But it's all about congruency. It's all about saying what you really want to say and enjoying what you're saying. Even if you're nervous saying it, enjoy what you say. And then from there, what the girl says to you, that's more information you can expand on. So if a girl gives me a word, I don't think of it as a word. I think of it as a soundbite, as a clue to her personality or her perspective, where she's coming from. So she says, if I say, so what are you doing today? She says, I just come back from the gym. I know she's a gymmer, she's a gym goer, she's into fitness, she's probably driven, she's goal. I'll say, well, how long have you been doing that? What is the reason behind that? That goes into something else. Oh, I like gym as well. And then bang, you're in a conversation. Okay, I think that's it for now. So I hope that's helped, and that's it. So I hope you've enjoyed that, guys. I'm going to be answering more questions on the social circle, but remember, questions are great and all the theory, but you've got to go out and apply this and speak to people. And I'm going to keep saying it, you guys need fellowship, you need to get a wingman, you need to form a group, and I'm going to be doing more meetups, but you can't just rely on me, you've got to rely on yourself. There's over 500 members. So get between you, go out and start socializing, build relationships between each other, and that will attract more women, alright? Enjoy the process. Thank you very much.